Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying your Mother's Day weekend. I know I am. Today I went to the Dr. Pepper Museum, which is located in Waco, Texas, with my kids. Except for my oldest son, he was in Houston visiting family and friends. Um, but we had an amazing time. I've never been before, even though I've lived in Central Texas all my life, but it was definitely an experience to remember. Um, Today was their 33-year birthday bash, and it was so much fun. Like, we got to learn so much about Dr. Pepper, how it was created, the history behind it. It was amazing. And probably for the rest of the day, we're just going to relax at home, be together, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. But I would like to tell y'all about some tips on how to deal with anxiety. Most of the tips I'm going to give, I use for myself. I don't use them all at one time. I use them at different times. Sometimes I use multiple at the same time, but I just figure I'll come on here, share these. Hopefully they will help you. So my number one tip would be to journal your thoughts and feelings. I love to journal. It really helps me to get my feelings and my thoughts out on the paper. Sometimes I may say a cuss word or two, but that's okay because it helps you to just be vulnerable. You don't have to worry about anybody reading it. This is just for you. And you write it out however you want. And you don't have to worry about people judging you for the way you feel or what you said, because it's just for you alone. And sometimes I do that on my computer. Sometimes I do that on a piece of paper. And sometimes I write it in my phone. Whatever is available to me at the moment, that's what I'll use. Number two is prayer. I like to pray to God. When I'm feeling anxious and I'm feeling overwhelmed with my day-to-day task or my weekly task, I just stop what I'm doing and say, God, just please help me. Help me when I'm going through. Help me be patient. Help me to be more kind. Help me to not be stressed. Help me not to be overwhelmed. And I not only pray when I'm anxious, but also pray all the time. Whether I'm feeling anxious, depressed, worried, fearful, happy, whatever it may be, I just pray. And it really, really helps because God is always there to listen. He may not always answer you the way you want him to answer or to answer you when you want him to answer, but he's there and he is listening. Number three, schedule time with friends. This is so hard, especially if you're a parent. Like, I think the last time I spent time with a friend was probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and I really need to schedule time to be with my friend. Because being with your friends really helps you because you get to express the way you feel, what you're going through, and they hear you out and they know you. So they don't judge you and they just listen to you and they give you comfort and they offer helpful feedback and advice if they have it. And it just helps you to release those feelings that are pinned up inside that you can't really release on a daily basis, especially if you're a parent and you have small children or any kids and you can't share it with them. So your friends are a great resource to get your feelings and express them. Number 4 on the list, I put exercise. Exercise is a great way to release steam and pressure and anxiety from your week. I know me, I homeschool my kids, and sometimes I get really overwhelmed with homeschooling them because I feel like maybe I'm not the best teacher, or what if I'm not teaching them enough, or what if I'm not teaching them efficiently enough? And I just question myself and I doubt myself and I go through all this anxiety and pressure trying to make sure I'm doing everything I need to do for them. And it gets overwhelming sometimes. So I go outside and I walk, or I work in my garden, or I swing on my swing outside. Me and my son will go look for rocks and we'll just, use that time to exercise and get some anxiety and release some pressure. It really seems to help me out a lot. Number 5 on the list is listening to music. I know everyone has a genre of music that they can relate to or that they listen to that can help them relax or bring them comfort. And that's what I do a lot of times. And I like all genres of music. So depending on what mood I'm in or what I'm going through will determine what type of music I'm going to listen to. And it usually does lift my spirits and it helps me to just feel better overall and not be anxious. So those are some of the things that I do to manage my anxiety. I hope that one of them or even all of them will help you find new ways to deal with your anxiety. And I hope that it gets better for you. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day weekend. Have a good night. Bye.